Hey, it's laundry day in the Nicosia household, and that's quite appropriate today since our passage for VBC Daily3 actually talks about laundry and laundry soap. And that sounds kind of odd to you, but we're going to take a look at Malachi chapter 3, verses 1 through 4. Malachi is the last book in the Old Testament, and again, chapter 3, verses 1 through 4. And as a reminder for our VBC Daily3, what we always do is we read the passage 3 times, and then we ask 3 questions. What does it say about God? What does it say about us? And what are we going to do about it? Well, what does it say about God? It says that God sends his messenger of the covenant. There are actually 2 messengers in verse 1 of chapter 3. And the first messenger we can identify as that one who came before the second messenger. And that first messenger is John the Baptist. But we can identify that messenger of the covenant in whom the people delighted in as Jesus himself. And it says that he comes as God's cleansing agent, the person who's going to come and clean up his people. And it describes him coming as a refiner's fire and as laundry detergent. Yeah, that's right, laundry detergent in the Bible. Isn't that amazing? And so what they would do in those times, in Bible times, they would have an alkaline soap that they would apply to their laundry and then beat that laundry on the rocks to get all of the filth and all of the stains and the oils out. That's the kind of refining and kind of cleansing work that God does. He's sending Jesus to come and not just to bring all this ease and comfort, but God is most passionate about cleaning his people up. And he's willing to use means to do that may not always seem pleasant to his people. What does it say about us? Well, if you look at the last few verses right before chapter 3, verse 1, you could see that God's people were actually walking around accusing God of injustice, saying, God, why is evil reigning in the world? Where is your justice? Where is your peace? Why aren't you fulfilling the covenant promise for us? They assumed that the problem was with God and the problem was with their circumstances. But really, the problem was in their hearts. They had filthy, dirty hearts. They were saying, I love God and I want to please him with their mouths, but their behaviors betrayed their confession that they had with their mouths. They were complaining and looking everywhere outside, but they were unwilling to look at the issues and the filth and the sin and the dirtiness of their own hearts. That's the human nature. Whenever things are going wrong, we always want to point at someone else or point somewhere else rather than take a look at our own hearts to see, is there sin inside that God is trying to purify and cleanse out of me? Well, what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? I think, friends, we need to take some time and say, Lord, what kind of work are you doing to have laundry detergent to clean up my heart and my life? Pastor Larry Howard, in his sermon on Sunday, he asked us and challenged us to go back and read this week and pray Psalm 139, verses 23 to 24. And those verses say, search my heart, O God. See if there's any wicked way in me. Before we start pointing the finger everywhere else for all the problems that we're facing right now, circumstantially, in our nation, in our homes, in our state, in our communities, even within our church, it's so easy to point the finger at others and never look at our own houses and never look at ourselves and say, Lord, are you doing something to try and purify me? That's the challenge for us today. To take some time, even this week, to say, Lord, how is it that you want to clean me up? Let it begin with me, Lord. That's been my prayer the last few days, and he's revealing so many sinful attitudes and behaviors, even in my own heart. That's right, pastors have sinned too, and we need the laundry detergent of Jesus to clean us up. So that's our challenge, and we're going to pray about this tomorrow. So I want to invite you, join us again tomorrow for another VBC Daily 3 as we pray through this passage, examining our own lives, looking at our own houses, looking for our own dirty laundry in our own hearts and in our own lives and in our own families before we start pointing the finger at others, and asking Jesus to have his cleansing, refining work in our lives. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to like and share this, and we can't wait to see you tomorrow and this Saturday as we worship together at our outdoor worship gathering. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot, friends. Bye now.